Hello. Okay, there we go. Now you can hear me.
On.
Yep. For those of you not used to, you need, anytime you speak, to have the mic up close to your mouth in the general vicinity so that you can be heard by the people that I'm sure are dying to watch this. So, yeah. We will also dispense with number 5, Urban Renewal Budget Committee. There's some vacancy there. We will move to item number 6, culvert replacement project. We have our Public Works Director as well as our Project Director telling us all about this. Go ahead, guys. Get your mics up there. Yep.
Working?
Get it up nice and close.
All right, let me pull this down. We're going to discuss the project for the Coho Culvert Project, which would be north of Spruce on Wahana. The project can't start until July 1st because of the waterways, fish passage. We have an open, I shouldn't say it, but this Friday we have a on-site meeting for a pre-bid. And next Friday will be the opening of the bid. I'm waiting for this thing to come up here. What's that? Oh my God. He'd be the one that called me when I'm in the meeting.
Just to tell you they see you on Zoom.
Yeah, speak into your mic.
Yeah.
Talk to him. Yeah.
Okay. Right, so these are the grants we received for the project from OWEB, the Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board. $355,000, $356,000 basically. Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife Drought Funds, $222,000. Pacific Lamprey Conservation Initiative, $10,000. Lamprey. And total grants, so it almost $600,000 in total grants. I'm not sure what the proposed for the whole project is. Do you?
Yeah, the estimate on this is around $785. So the city would be making up the difference between the grants and the bid. And then let me pull the next one up. Oops. I don't know why this didn't load right. Good grief, mouse.
This project's kind of scary because you're in close Wahana and 101 still being worked on at that time, so it might be a little bit of a mess. I know that I did talk to Big River, and they're not going to start any big tear-up of 101 until after July 10th is when they're going to do to skip the July 4th weekend. I guess it's on a Tuesday. So.
How far along do they expect the traffic lanes of 101 to be by that
It's
date?
supposed to be done all at night, so it shouldn't affect.
Okay.
That's what I was understanding. It's all going to be done at night as far as paving goes.
So this project, right at Wahana Ball Fields, the last duplex here, as you're heading north on Wahana, after you come around or past Cooper and Spruce, that's where this culvert is. There's two 36-inch culverts there now. They're shy of disintegrating, so they're breaking down so much that the road at some point here will collapse. And we're not too far away from that based on the amount of water that's laying up against the curb on rainy days now. So the new culvert, working with all of our agencies, we're going to put in a 19-foot wide culvert at the base. And this culvert will restore the salmon habitat up into Coho Creek and behind the hospital there. They did the project years ago up at the school itself, which they increased that big culvert. I think they put an 8 or 9 foot one in there. This one's a 19. It's flatter, shorter down, so we can get the utilities over it. And it'll be, it's actually solving 2 problems. One, fish habitat and some of the flooding issues that we have in that area. It'll let the water get out a lot easier. Water come in, water come out because it is tidal. And then 2 is replacing the culvert so that we can keep that road open. If you remember last June, those of you that were here, we talked about the Avenue West project, and I can't do both of them at the same time for obvious reasons. We can't leave everybody stranded up in their home while this is going on for the about 4 weeks or so for the Wahana Road to be closed. Water is served from both directions on Wahana Drive. It's a loop system, so we'll be able to cut the water line, cap it on both ends. Everybody will still have water. The sewer system itself, we'll do a bypass pump like we've done before anytime we work on a pump station, and bypass it until we can get the new line over it. Currently, the sewer line is actually in the wetlands area in a man-made berm, and we're taking all of that out to open the channel up wider. And that's the project.
So about 200,000 costs to the city, and that's actual city funds, not out of the improvement commission, right?
There could be some out of the improvement commission, but this will be using some road district funds, our gas taxes.
Yeah.
We'll be using some water, sewer. And again, we don't know. The job is out to bid right now. As Mike said, it bids next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday. The last time we put it out to bid, we only ended up with 1 bidder. We've had about 7 people call us as interest this time, so we're hoping to get a much more competitive bid.
That'd be nice.
And
Exactly.
yeah, then we'll go from there as far as there's a team that's coming from Oregon Watershed Enhancement Board, Fish and Wildlife, the Nicanicum Watershed, who is our partner on this as well, and sit down and have a real good discussion on who's going to be awarded the project and timing and all that type of thing. We can't start the project in water work till July 1. That's our window, and we have to be out of the water by September 15th.
I think it's only going to take about a month
Yes, I hope.
As far as having the road shut
to
down,
get the
yes.
road open
Yeah.
again, but there's still more work after.
Right, even if we get it back down to where we have 1 lane open and it's traffic controlled.
Anybody else have any questions? You can't work on S while you're working on Wahana because it would cut off people.
Right.
But they can be working out here on 101 while we close Wahana?
Yes.
Okay.
And the first set of numbers you put out there, the 588 something,
Right.
and we were going to be about 190 some short. Was that for both these projects?
No, that's
Both culverts or just this one?
This is 1 culvert.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 1 culvert, 1 project.
So that price tag was just
Right.
for this
Should be
project.
around a total of about 785 is what we're anticipating.
What material is this culvert made out of? I'm just curious.
It's a galvanized steel material. It's a little bit thicker than what is over there now. Okay. So
Yeah, I just wondered about breakdown.
yeah, it should last many, many years. This one is made by Contact. They're here in Oregon, so we've already ordered the culvert itself to make sure we have hit our deadline as far as starting in our in-water work period. Mike's got an area at the Public Works Yard where we can store the material, so we're close by. We don't want to impact the Wahana ball fields or anything like that, storing materials, or even down by the pump station because that's private property. So we'll have storage at Public Works Yard.
How long is it estimated to last?
4 weeks, right?
No, sorry, the culvert. Like how?
It's
how,
generally around 40 years, yeah. The problem we have is we just don't have a lot of room between the base of the waterway itself and the top of the culvert. So that's why this style culvert's been chosen for it.
And to be able to get the utilities over the top of it is also was a concern.
And we've had Northwest Natural reach out again today to us, and Lumicon, which is Quest, has reached out again. All the other utilities are all overhead as far as cable TV, telephone, and power.
and they're likely to stay overhead.
They'll stay overhead,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I don't have any questions.
Nothing we can do with it.
No, yeah, that's right.
Gotta get done.
Gotta get done.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. It's good to see it happening and involving so many of the other agencies around here that are involved with our water. It's a nice community project.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good thing you didn't need any approval from us. And speaking of approval, payment of the bills is on there. Do you suppose we can manage that? Not paying it? You can find it somewhere. Would you like to tell us about it, Zach? In case for those of you that don't know, this is Zach Fleck. There we go.
There we are. Zach Fleck, Finance Director for City of Seaside. As you can see with the tome you have in front of you of bills, we've got audit expenses from last year is the bulk of it. The other there was 200. Oregon Economic Development. That was the Urban Renewal District's membership in that organization. So that is all of the bills that I anticipate will be spent from this organization this year. For next year, my hope, and I'll apologize in advance that we didn't get this out quick enough, but the timing worked out with the bid happening when it was, because Dale just made my day in that it was considerably cheaper than I expected. And so, well, I guess let's not cross that bridge yet. But the budget for next year will be the difference from the grants, the enterprise funds that we will use in conjunction with this. And so that is, and then the audit, the same expenses you see on there, will be the bulk of all of the expenses that I expect this organization to spend next year, unless there is some sort of a change that I am unaware of between here and there. So I will have that ready. I will have the budget committee ready for the June meeting, so that we can come in here and do everything that we need to do to pass and approve the budget then, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
And that is the Improvement Commission budget or the Urban Renewal budget?
That is the Urban Renewal budget.
Okay. I'm trying to get my arms around the connection between Improvement Commission and Urban Renewal budget, at least as we've talked about this meeting.
Basically the same.
They are the same.
We run the Urban Renewal District. We are the board of directors effectively for it.
Okay.
So they call them improvement commissioners, or the actual board is improvement commission board.
Okay.
But they take care of any of the urban, Seaside.
Okay.
Seaside.
Okay. So it's the Improvement Commission that manages the urban renewal districts. Thank you.
And so the next one, it'll be very important that we have a quorum at, because we have to
Gotta
pass
pass
the
it.
budget.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So there will
Otherwise,
be,
there'll have to be another meeting before the end of June to get it done.
right. And I think there's 28 folks in total that need to be
Yeah.
here, or not. We need to have
Well,
a quorum of the 28.
budget,
So
yeah.
well,
How many of those are on the regular budget committee? 28.
the entire regular budget committee is there. So all of the counselors
So perhaps
plus,
it's better to tag it on to the end of a regular budget committee meeting, so that way we've got a quorum there.
We usually do it at the very beginning, prior to the meeting.
Okay,
And
either
so
way,
the
either way.
14 budget committee people can leave once the budget's okay. And then we go in.
Yeah, we can look at that. I'm open to whatever. No, I'll be here.
Rather than
So
scheduling-
whatever
right,
works for
rather than
everyone else
scheduling
will
a
work
whole
for
nother
me.
meeting might be
Right.
easier.
No, we do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll get that noticed and find a time and a place, and well, the place will
And
be
then
here.
we'll
but-
take care of the rest of the business we didn't take care of here. So, be thinking of who we want for chair and vice chair.
Don't be eyeballing that, Steve.
It generally is not one of the counselors, so there's 7 other choices. Actually, there's only 6, right? Because Seth hasn't.
Seth actually gave me his today.
Oh, okay. Who was that?
We'll have a full board.
Okay.
It is Mount Rose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Matt's coming back. So out of those 7, we need to pick a chair and a vice chair next time. Okay. Well, that was pretty simple. 20 minutes. Okay. Meeting's adjourned.